Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Hope everybody's doing good today. We are going to be getting into the Camaro. We're going to be doing the whole maintenance on the car. So, well, not the entire maintenance, but we're going to be doing some maintenance to the car. Oil change, oil filter. We're going to be doing a differential flush and fill. And then we're going to be inspecting both fluids as well, just to make sure, check over everything, make sure there's no metal shavings. The one I'm not that worried about the motor oil. I'm more worried about the differential oil, because about a year ago I basically grenaded the diff. I revved it up, dumped the clutch, and basically it just basically wiped out right there. It broke into a bunch of pieces, a bunch of metal shavings everywhere, and it did not feel good. So I took it upon myself to rebuild the differential myself, and I did go ahead and order the 391 gear ratio off of the 1LE. This car is a non-1LE. It is a 2015 1SS non-1LE car. So the SS normally comes with a 345 gear ratio, and the 1LE comes with a 391 gear ratio. And from what I hear, it is the better gear ratio, and the car really likes 391 gear ratio. So I decided to take the opportunity to upgrade, and yeah, here we are. And in doing so, I did have to do a 1,000 mile break-in. I did the 1,000 mile break-in successfully. I drove it regular driving, no power, not too much power applied, no hard launches or anything. Then after the 1,000 mile break-in period, I did go ahead and do some launches and a little bit of hard driving and power applied to the rear end components. So that is why I want to go ahead and do a flush and fill, just to inspect the fluid back there, make sure everything is good, make sure there's no metal shavings, no broken metal pieces. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes good. I'm really hoping that differential is fine. It feels fine for the up to this moment. The car has felt fine. I haven't felt anything weird. I haven't heard anything out of the ordinary. Car's been driving amazingly. So yeah. And then also we're gonna be doing a visual inspection of the whole undercarriage, even go over the top of the motor. While doing the visual inspection of the undercarriage, I'm basically just gonna be looking out for any bushings that may have cracked or broken or anything like that, any bolts that may have loosened over time from vibration of driving and stuff, because mostly or majority of all the bolts on this car are marked, so I'll be able to see if they have shifted or maybe loosened or anything. And then I am also going to be checking for any leaks underneath up front, obviously where the engine is at, just to see if there's anything that I am not worried about. This car, from what I know currently, does not leak. It doesn't have any oil leaks, doesn't have any antifreeze leaks, doesn't leak anything pretty much. So yeah, but you always want to be sure. So I'm going to be going ahead and doing that visual inspection just to look everything over. Once I am done with that, I will be if there's still daylight out and everything is good, I will be going to wash the car as well, and I will be taking you guys along for the whole process. But right now I gotta get this car onto that lift right there, and I gotta get it on there pretty quick, for the oil doesn't warm up that fast, and that is a little bit of a task, because getting the car onto the lift is not necessarily a quick process, because you want to be careful, make sure it doesn't scrape, make sure it doesn't rub underneath or anything. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and place you guys over there next to the lift, and I'll check back in with you here in just a moment. I am back. As you can see, I have the Camaro on the lift, so we're ready to go. As you can see here, it's pretty much a simple process. It's literally a 15mm socket, ratchet of your choice, and then I also have here the oil filter. I'll probably use the oil filter remover tool because I do have one. I probably could remove it by hand because I usually hand tighten those, but I mean, if it's too tight, I'll use the tool. And then the oil of my choice is Mobil 1 5W30 full synthetic. Always make sure that it says that GM or has that GM approved stamp. Obviously, this is a GM product. This is Chevy. Chevy is a GM product. So yeah, you always want to make sure that it has that GM approved stamp on it. The reason why I chose to go with the 5W30 is simply because this is what they run. This is what they claim to run on the Camaros from the manufacturer. And I just literally wanted to stay within the OEM or manufacturer specs, so I decided to go with the 5W30 full synthetic. The reason why I have two 5 quarts here is because this 5-quart gallon is literally cheaper than buying 3 individual quarts. So like, for example, if you want to buy this 5-quart gallon and you decided, oh, they don't have none, but they have an individual quart of each one of these, the 5W30 full synthetic, it literally adds up to be more. So for me, it's cheaper and easier to just buy 2 of these because the Camaro, she's a thirsty girl. I mean, these things run, they take, the minimum they take is 8 quarts of oil. Like literally on I mean, for me at least, whenever I pull my dipstick out, this is on level ground and everything. She tends to be low when it's at 8 quarts. So I always have to put around like 9 to 10 quarts. But I mean, the oil is not starving or anything. I mean, the motor is not suffering from oil starvation or anything. Once I top it off, it literally is never low after that because I do check my oil every now and then on this car. Well, I check it frequently. I tend to check it like at least once a month. On my S10, I'm a little more, I guess, preventative with the maintenance because I tend to check the oil on that every week because I drive the truck every day, as you guys see. And that truck does also take 5W30. So another reason, that leads me to my next reason, another reason why I buy 2 of these is just simply because, again, this thing takes anywhere between 8 to 10 quarts. And then whatever is left, I literally just, the Camaro, I mean, as you guys seen my S10, it runs 5W30. And I do, that truck does have a leak. So I literally take whatever is left from these, I literally take that and top the S10 off with that. And then I chose to go with the acdelco oil filter because, again, that is what they run on the Camaros from the manufacturer. That is the OEM product they use for these cars. So I just wanted to stay within the manufacturer and the OEM specs, and that's the reason why I decided to, I guess, go with this oil and that filter. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this process started. I'll go ahead and set you guys up so you can go along with me. And if I have any pointers at any point through the video, I will go ahead and inform you guys about that. So let me go ahead and set you guys up and get my ratchet and 15mm socket, and I will get this started. All right, guys, I am back. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Let's see. Okay, so again, 15mm socket, ratchet of your choice. I'm gonna go ahead and get this loosened. As you can see, it wasn't that tight. I do have my oil pan right here. This is like a little thing they use for the lift, just for you to set stuff on top of it. So I will go ahead and get this loosened and make sure that all the oil falls into the pan. Let me go ahead and move this over 1 second. of the oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that get topped off. If I see that it's overflowing, I will go ahead and swap it with my other pan that I have here. So I will check back in with you guys as soon as I am done draining the oil. Alright guys, I am back. I went ahead and put the drain bolt back on. I put the oil filter back on. I did go ahead and put oil on the actual like O-ring of the oil filter. So yeah, I went ahead, signed everything, and then I accidentally made a little bit of a mess. Yeah, it was pretty bad, but I got it done. Now we're gonna move over to the back because I'm gonna go ahead and do the differential flush and fill. So yeah, and then I'll show you guys what oil I got for the diff. Here it is. I'm running Royal Purple 7590 because I heard really good reviews about it, and then I did go ahead and use it for the break-in, and using it for the break-in, it was actually great. The car hasn't done any howling noises, any humming noises. I feel like it actually quieted down the drivetrain on this car a little bit over from the previous fluid it had in it as well. So yeah, and but yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Royal Purple, so I'm gonna use that again. It usually tends to fill up with 1.5 quarts, I believe. So I have 2 here. I probably won't use the second one because I have a little bit left over of the previous time that I filled it up. So I'll probably won't end up using 2, but I know for sure it does take like 1.5. So I'll move over to the back and then we'll go ahead. I'll set you guys up and I will catch you guys there. Alright guys, I am back. We're towards the rear of the car now. This hanger has to come out because the drain bolt, as you can see, folks might not be able to see it, but it's kind of blocked here by the exhaust. So I think I'll be able to get away with just pulling this hanger off and just pulling down on the exhaust a little bit. And it is like a Allen key, like the drain bolt. And then luckily this car has a drain bolt and a fill bolt, so the fill bolt sits over it, so I don't have to really worry about that or struggle with it. But this has to come off for sure. I may have to take off this whole side of the exhaust. I'm hoping I don't have to. The hangers up here towards the end of the exhaust, these ones have a little bit of flex to them. It's more just the OEM hangers that don't. They're like stiff, so I'm gonna try my best to just remove this, pull it down a little bit, remove the bolt, and then drain the whole diff, and then inspect the fluid, and hopefully there's not a lot of metal or broken pieces in it, because that would suck. And then again, I did tell you guys that I wanted to do a visual inspection, and luckily I did go ahead and get this car on the lift today, because as you can see, well, you probably won't be able to pick it up there, but up here, for example, that is completely open. So it's literally like air is literally just escaping from there. I knew the car sounded a bit weird, and that's why I wanted to get it on the lift and do a visual inspection today. But yeah, I'll probably go ahead and adjust that and get that, loosen that clamp, push that pipe back a little bit to get it sealed, and tighten it again. And yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this process started, and once I have the hanger removed, I will get back to you guys. Clamp back. This whole pipe has to come off. It's in the way. I removed all the exhaust hangers, but it's still in the way, so it's just better for me to remove this whole piece. So we're about to do that right now. Okay, there we go. Now we're just gonna go back there now? You can just put it right here on the floor. now we gotta remove. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here is the drain bolt. Let's pull you in closer. Ouch. Now we have full access to the drain bolt, and this is the fill bolt that I was telling you guys about. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this, start draining the oil, and once I do, I will get back with you guys. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and I bumped my head again. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen the drain bolt here and get all the differential fluid out. I am literally praying that this differential is fine, but we never know what could happen. It could not be fine. I'm using this to put the fluid in because both of my oil pans are full. So, yeah. But here we go. The fun part. Ooh. This is only like a quart of fluid that it's gonna drain, so it's not that much, but this smells really bad. Diff fluid always smells horrible. Like diff. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's weird. But yeah, I'm gonna just let this drain completely, and then I will check in with you guys right after. So let's go ahead and get this started. I will start pumping here. I don't know if you guys can see, but that fluid is passing through the clear tube. And like I said, you just keep going until it starts leaking out. Alright guys, I am back. I went ahead and put this whole exhaust piece back on. I was actually pretty excited because this time I actually got to adjust it a bit better. Everything is tightened up already. All the hangers are put back on, and this one stood literally like right in the middle of the diffuser. The gap is perfect all around. So now I'm gonna adjust this one for it can be a bit better, because as you can see, there's a small gap here and a big gap over here. On the other side, it's literally perfect on both sides. So yeah, and I kind of like the distance that it has between here and the diffuser. It's like not touching, but it's very little, but at the same time it's not touching. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust that one, and then once I adjust that one, bring the car down, top it off with oil, let it run for a little bit, and then top it off like for sure. I gotta put it on level ground and stuff, and then go from there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, adjust that one, and then I'll check back in with you guys. Alright guys, I'm back. I went ahead and readjusted this exhaust tip. I got it as best as I can. This exhaust tip for some reason has always been an issue. And also, as you can see, a little hole right there because like I said, it's always been an issue. It melted the diffuser. So yeah, I got them as best as I possibly could. I think they look good, to be honest. They look almost the same on both sides. I actually pushed up that exhaust a little bit as well, so that way there's not an open like a hole there essentially. And now she's about to go back down, and then once it's back down on the floor, top it off with oil, and we should be good to go. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, lower it back down, and I will catch you guys in a few. back, you guys. As you can see, it is completely dark outside, so I do apologize. Here's the Camaro. As you can see, we're in a completely different location. This is where the Camaro sleeps. This is where she resides. This is where I store the Camaro. And pretty much I was able to get around to doing everything when it comes to this car maintenance wise. I did go ahead and do the oil filter. I did go ahead and do the differential flush and fill. I went ahead and did the visual inspection. I didn't get to do the visual inspection as best as I wanted to. I really did want to do like a thorough visual inspection, really sit there and take some time to look at the undercarriage of this car, more so because I did, as I mentioned earlier, I did rebuild this differential last year. And when I did, I went ahead and upgraded the bushings or the mounts, and I went ahead and upgraded them to the poly ones. And I just wanted to make sure and see that the bolts didn't maybe loosen with the vibration of, you know, driving over time. The only thing I have to do now is just top off the motor oil. We're on level ground now, so I probably will go ahead and do that after I end this video. And then the only thing I didn't get around to doing today was, again, washing the car, and I said that I was going to, so I will be making a separate video on getting this car cleaned. I'll probably go ahead and do the interior and the exterior. While I'm at it, I'll bring out some goodies. I'll probably bring out the foam cannon, bring out all the amazing products that I have, and just get her all cleaned up. Probably wipe down the engine bay, all the door jams, and just bring you guys along for the whole wash on this car. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go ahead and check this oil really quickly and make sure that it's topped off. But if you guys liked the video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on that bell notification icon, and I hope everyone has a great night, and I will see you guys in the next one.